Hi YouTube, it's Mama Dodo and baby fun Charlotte in her very messy living room. Look at the camera. Who is that? She's got no clothes on today because we just got out of the bath. You got a little booger on your nose too. That's beautiful. As always, if you hear any noise in the background, it's most likely from her. Today I am continuing my Thanksgiving preparation for my very cheap Thanksgiving grocery haul. And my little one is very clearly excited today. I don't know if you could hear her in the background, but she's just screaming. She's just screaming. And today we are working on mostly cold casseroles and a couple other little things that I need to get done. It is Tuesday, so 2 days before Thanksgiving, and I try to prep everything ahead of time. So today we're working on mostly all of my cold items. So we're going to be doing Jello, pistachio pudding, deviled eggs, and a pasta salad. And then I am also going to be pre-making my stuffing, which I started in my last video because I had set the bread out to stale, and today I'm going to be crumbling it up and adding in seasonings. So we're going to need to boil water for a majority of the things that I am making today. So I have my water on the stove, and while it is getting hot, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the stuffing. So for my stuffing, I've just let bread sit out and harden overnight, and it is, as you can see, very hard now. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and just with my hands crumble all this up until it's in fairly small pieces. So now we have a huge pile of just dried crumbled bread. That's like about the size you can see. So they're fairly small pieces. They're not like tiny crumbles, but that's what I will need for the stuffing. Now I'm just going to take some of the seasoning mixture that I made the other day, and I'm going to just sprinkle that on top here. And I'm actually just going to leave that like that. I'll mix it all together on Thanksgiving Day. I will put in some of this chicken broth, then mix it down till it's kind of a gooey mixture. It's not runny, but gooey. Then I can use it to stuff the bird and just cook whatever's remaining in this casserole dish. Now I'm just going to make Jello, which is super easy to make. Basically, you just pour the contents of the box in, mix in 1 cup of boiling hot water, dissolve all of the powder of this box, and then stir in a cup of cold water and set it in the fridge to set. To my boiling water, and I'm going to be working on deviled eggs. So I'm basically just going to be putting all the eggs that I want to turn deviled into the boiling water. So as you can see, I totally busted one. I'm not a professional cook, and I totally was not thinking of how I was going to put those in and film at the same time, so it didn't really work out as planned, but only one got broken. I'm going to let them sit in there and boil for 14 to 17 minutes, and then I'm going to pull them out to cool. Okay, so now I have the eggs out. I'm just going to de-shell them now. I'm just going to take each of the shelled eggs and cut them to where they are long, like so. Okay, so now I have them all cut, and I'm going to just take out the yolk with the spoon from every single one of the whites and put it in a separate bowl. All the whites are cleared out, and I have all the yolks in here, and we're going to set the whites aside and now just focus on the yolks. Now, usually people put vinegar in their deviled eggs, but I'm not the biggest fan of vinegar, so instead I just put in mayonnaise, mustard, salt, pepper, and then mix it in with the yolks here. I kind of just eyeball it. I'll usually put in, I'm guessing like for this many eggs, like half a cup of mayonnaise, and then maybe like 3 tablespoons of mustard. all together. Okay, and so now I'm just taking spoonfuls of this mixture and placing it into the egg whites. Okay, so now we have all of our egg whites filled, and I'm just going to garnish them by sprinkling some paprika on top. And these will be stored in the fridge until Thanksgiving. Now we're going to move on to what some people call a Watergate salad, and it's basically just a pistachio pudding mixed in with some fruit and nuts and things like that, and it's kind of more of a dessert-ish cold item, but it's super easy to make, so we're going to go ahead and get started on that right now. So in order to make this, I'm going to need whipped cream, which I'm going to make with the Dream Whip, and then pistachio pudding, which I'm going to make out of this box. I'm going to make both of those separately and let them set in the fridge, and once they are like creamy and not liquidy, I'm going to add in crushed pineapple, chopped pecans, and marshmallows to make a Watergate salad. So for this Dream Whip, you're supposed to have vanilla and milk, but I don't ever use vanilla in it. I just use the milk. So I'm going to take 1 packet of the Dream Whip, put it into this red bowl here, and then mix in 1/2 cup of cold milk, and I will whisk that. You're supposed to mix it with more of like an electric mixer, but if you whisk it for like 5 minutes or so and then put it in the fridge, it comes out about the same. Mix the contents of the box in with 2 cups of milk, again whisk it, and then put it in the fridge to set. And the whipped cream are set, so I'm going to mix these two together, then pour in the pineapples, the crushed pecans, and just a little bit of the marshmallows, and mix it up into the pudding. Kept in the fridge till Thanksgiving. And lastly, we are going to be making my pasta salad with bacon that I made in my previous video, cooked up and crumbled, canned tiny shrimp, mayonnaise, frozen peas, cheddar cheese, and elbow noodles. I have water boiling right now, so we're going to dump the elbow noodles in. And I think I'm only going to use about half of the box. And we are going to let those cook. Alright, so we have my noodles cooked, and now we're just going to mix all the ingredients together. I'm basically just going to take enough mayonnaise to coat all of the pasta, and then a handful or 2 of cheddar cheese, about half of the bag of the sweet peas, bacon, and the 2 cans of shrimp. And then this is just going to get covered, put in the fridge, and pulled out at Thanksgiving. Okay, so we are all finished, and it has been a long day between my little love, because she has been teething today, so it has been a lot of stopping to address her needs, but okay, I'm holding up rolls over here. These are going to be baked tomorrow, Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. So I'm going to get those baked because they just take up a lot of oven space, and I'm not going to have room to cook them on Thanksgiving Day. So these tomorrow. And then all my frozen casseroles will also be pulled out tomorrow. And then everything else is going to come together on Thanksgiving Day. And I'll be making a video on Thanksgiving Day of how everything comes together in my $65 Thanksgiving meal. But today we have all of the cold courses done. I got a little one tugging on my pants here. She is ready to play. So I'm going to let you guys go for the day, and I will see you back here on Thanksgiving, or if I don't get the video edited that day, the day after Thanksgiving, so you can see how the entire meal came together.